Hello friends, my name is Artem Lyskov. I am an actor, director and lecturer in acting skills. I have my own studio in New York, and here, on this channel, I watch your self-tapes. Either you sent them to me at the address you see on your screens. Yes, you see, Lyskov Studio. In one word, if you are sending me via Telegram or with a dot, if you are sending via Instagram, and if you didn't send them to me but I am watching your self-tapes, it means that you have made them publicly available and I found them simply by searching. So, as they say, Nightingale, if you suddenly didn't want to be dissected, well, let's see what has been sent to us today, what we have that catches my eye. So, Irina Velikaya, self-tape Gromov 2. Well, let's take a look at Irina. Why not? So, what is it? It's right away. She looks very funny. Of course well, let me tell you, as a casting director, the first thing I would pay attention to is the physics of the face. That is, who is standing in front of me, what they actually look like, the distance between the eyes, the distance. This moment is also very important. This is aside from the fact that, well, of course, we look at the acting performance, but let's keep watching. I mean, she is very curious, interesting. Can I go alone?
I'm just principled. Yes, I am principled. She ran away from him last year. Because what was there, remind me? Dad said, you will do what you have to do. There was politics. When politics takes on a truly human form, it somewhat gets lost. There's not much to lose there. And you don't know him at all. I've been with him for 3 years. That's why I'm just amazed at my naivety. Dad will give money, and there won't be any years involved, right? In a week, you'll already start knowing about the orders through us, and it's the kind that you'll have on the portal.
Here, she maintains attention well. This moment, her ability to hold attention, meaning she is constantly engaged with the object. However, there is a sense that something feels off, as if you can tell she is acting. This is, of course, a common issue among Russian actors. It seems we are taught this way in theater schools. We don't have a proper film school, so most of us learn in theater institutions, which means we primarily learn to act for the stage. This leads to a kind of heightened expression, which in America is called exaggerated. There is a lack of everyday existence that is necessary for film, and very few actors possess that natural organic quality. Therefore, if you want to act in films, it is crucial to work on your organicity, meaning to learn about natural, organic, everyday life, which is something that theater schools usually warn against, saying, just don't be too mundane, don't be too mundane. In cinema, it is often necessary to embody everyday life. Very rarely is there a need to exist in a different way in film. And this everyday existence is such that, you would say like Stanislavski, I believe. This moment, in principle, according to the technology of acting mastery, I would say yes, that as long as you hold attention, it is interesting to watch you. She does all of this.
In a week, we will start to know about the orders, and they will be dusty to set up at home.
That is, she maintains this attention constantly, but it seems like there is a moment where she overdoes it, as if it's too much. Please, for God's sake, just prove it. Correct me in the comments if you think otherwise, but I somehow don't catch the feeling of life in this audition. It seems to me that there is some kind of untruth here.
Can my channel not be ruined in the process?
Although, she's a pretty girl, and you can see that she has big eyes, a big mouth, and some lips. She is generally very typically interesting.
Your channel is awesome. I'm loving it. I'm $750 in the red on my credit card. We still have to pay for the rent. Well, I told you. Why do we even need this office? We could have easily worked in a bar, like in Saint-Romelin.
It feels like this is more of a conversation recorded on camera, as if people are just speaking the text. I see this moment of the text, but I don't see a moment of any scene. Perhaps there's a lack of action here, or maybe there's a need for some internal additional engagement. You know how it is in life that we very rarely have a conversation. And at that moment we don't engage in anything else. We might think through this thing, but that's purely an actor's perspective. One had to think of filming an office, brothels. They will kick us out. This is a very common mistake, and it exists in all of us. That is When I, as an artist, record myself, I often make this mistake too, because it seems to us that the text is the only thing that matters right now. Nothing else exists in life. But usually, life is not like that. Usually, we are constantly occupied with something else. When I was teaching at the Schukin school, we had a moment that we often used, called a continuous chain of physical actions. It's essential to always remember that there is a constant chain of physical actions, meaning you are always doing something. You might be scratching your hand, or trying to find something on your phone, or engaging in another activity simultaneously and seamlessly. It's crucial to think about what physical action could help you without breaking the scene. At this moment, it's also very important to be a director. To hell with you. Well, in short, there are nuances here, or perhaps well, it's about 50-50, I would say. 50-50 in these auditions. Maybe I would call them back, but with doubts. That's how it is. Guys, this is how we will analyze, and if you like this format, please leave comments and share your opinions. This is also very important because there is no single correct answer in acting, only points of view. Point of view, as they say in America, is exactly the same thing. An actor often needs to guess this point of view, the perspective of the director or casting director who will be watching. Therefore, it can sometimes feel like a shot in the dark. So, analyze the scenes, learn to break them down, learn to analyze, pay attention to the moments that I highlight in these analyses, and become better. See you soon. Goodbye.